Managing money can often feel overwhelming, like trying to juggle a dozen balls while walking a tightrope. You're trying to save, invest, pay bills, plan for the future, and still enjoy life today. It's no wonder many people feel lost when it comes to personal finance. But what if we told you that you don't need a finance degree to be good with money? That following just a handful of tried and tested financial rules could give you clarity, control, and confidence. In today's video, we're diving deep into 7 powerful financial rules that every Indian should know in 2025. These aren't just Western concepts that don't apply here. Each rule has been adapted to fit the realities of our Indian economy, our lifestyle choices, and our financial goals. Whether you're a working professional, a freelancer, a young investor, or someone approaching retirement, these simple yet effective rules can help you build a rock-solid financial foundation. Let's start with the 50-30-20 rule, a simple framework to organize your monthly budget and keep your spending in check. According to this rule, your after-tax income should be divided into 3 main buckets: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and debt repayment. Here's how it works. Suppose you earn 50,000 rupees a month after tax. Then 25,000 rupees should go to needs, things like rent, groceries, utilities, and EMIs. 15,000 rupees goes to wants, eating out, shopping, entertainment, and that occasional weekend trip. Finally, 10,000 rupees should be set aside for your future, investments like mutual fund SIPs, debt repayments, or emergency savings. Now, let's be honest, this isn't always easy. If you live in a city like Mumbai or Bangalore, your needs can easily take up 60% or even more of your income. That's okay, life isn't a formula. But even then, try to stick to that 20% savings goal. Cut back a little on wants, renegotiate bills, maybe skip that food delivery once in a while. Because that 20% is what fuels your future wealth. It's the engine behind financial freedom. Now imagine this, you're 60, retired, and sitting in your favorite chair. You don't want to worry about money anymore. That's where the 4% rule comes in. This rule helps you figure out how much money you need to retire comfortably without running out of it too soon. The idea is simple. If you withdraw just 4% of your total investment corpus every year, you should be able to make your money last for 25 to 30 years, adjusted for inflation. So, if you have 1 crore rupees invested across equity and debt mutual funds, you can safely withdraw 4 lakh rupees per year, or about 33,000 rupees per month. It's not magic, it's math, and it's powerful. But remember, this rule assumes that your investments are spread out wisely.
Let's face it, life is unpredictable. Job losses, medical emergencies, car repairs, they don't come with a warning. That's why the 3 to 6 emergency fund rule is non-negotiable. This rule says you should have 3 to 6 months worth of essential expenses saved up in a liquid, easily accessible account. If your monthly expenses are 50,000 rupees, that means you need anywhere between 1.5 lakh rupees to 3 lakh rupees kept aside. Not in stocks, not in long-term mutual funds, but in a savings account, fixed deposit, or liquid mutual fund. Why? Because this money is not for wealth creation, it's for survival. It's your buffer against uncertainty. And in a world where job markets fluctuate and medical costs are rising, having this cushion gives you confidence and peace of mind. You don't want to sell your investments in a downturn just to cover hospital bills. You want to stay invested, and having an emergency fund lets you do exactly that. Let's talk housing. Everyone wants a comfortable place to live. But in our rush to upgrade our lifestyle, we often forget to check if we can actually afford the rent. Enter the 1/3 rent rule. It says your monthly rent should not exceed 1/3 of your gross income. If you make 60,000 rupees a month, your rent should ideally be 20,000 rupees or less. Simple, right? But look around. In cities like Hyderabad or Pune, even a 1 BHK can cost 25,000 rupees. And that's without maintenance. So what's the solution? Be strategic. Look at less popular but well-connected neighborhoods. Consider co-living spaces or negotiate a longer-term lease for a better deal. Every 5,000 rupees saved on rent is 5,000 rupees that could go into SIP, an emergency fund, or your child's education plan. Rent is a necessity, but managing it smartly can unlock bigger financial wins. If you're in your 20s or 30s, this next rule is especially for you. The 2 investing rule suggests that by the time you turn 40, you should have at least twice your annual discretionary income invested. Let's break it down. Suppose you earn 8 lakh rupees a year and spend 2 lakh rupees on discretionary items like eating out, online shopping, vacations, and so on. That means you should aim to have a portfolio worth at least 4 lakh rupees, double your discretionary spending, by age 40. This rule forces you to think long term. It encourages you to start investing early and consistently. The earlier you start, the more time compounding has to do its magic. Even a 5,000 rupees monthly SIP from age 25 can grow to over 50 lakh rupees by the time you're 50, assuming a 12% return. You don't need to time the market. You just need to give it time.
Cars are aspirational, but financially, they're depreciating assets. That's why the 24/10 rule helps you own a car without letting it own your wallet. According to this rule, when buying a car, make a 20% down payment, choose a loan term no longer than 4 years, ensure that total car expenses, EMIs, fuel, insurance, maintenance, don't exceed 10% of your monthly income. So, if you're buying a 10 lakh rupee car, pay 2 lakh rupees upfront, finance 8 lakh rupees over 4 years, and make sure your total monthly car cost is under 5,000 rupees if your salary is 50,000 rupees. This rule protects you from over leveraging. It helps you enjoy your car without compromising on your other financial goals, like investing or paying off a home loan. Remember, buying a car is easy, maintaining it without sinking your budget is the real win. Let's end with the rule that's both fun and mind-blowing. The rule of 72. It's a quick way to calculate how long it'll take for your money to double based on the return rate. Just divide 72 by your annual return percentage. So if your mutual fund gives a 12% return, your money will double in 6 years. If it earns 9%, it'll double in 8 years. But here's the kicker. It works the same way for debt. If you have a loan charging 12% interest and you keep rolling it over, your debt will double in just 6 years too. That's why understanding this rule is crucial. It helps you see how powerful compounding is, whether it's working for you or against you. There you have it, 7 timeless financial rules that are more relevant than ever in 2025. From budgeting and saving to investing and spending wisely. These rules offer a complete blueprint for taking charge of your financial life. You don't need to follow them all perfectly. Life is unpredictable and every person's situation is different. But using even 2 or 3 of these consistently can create a dramatic difference in your financial well-being. So here's our question for you. Which rule are you going to apply first? Drop it in the comments. And if you're already using one of these, share your experience. Let's learn from each other and build a financially literate community together. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a financial boost in 2025. More practical, India-focused finance tips coming your way, only on Finance Story.